Hey there guys, Jeremy here. I have behind me the best thing of the quarantine, at least in my opinion. I'd be curious to know in the comments what has been your favorite thing. The Last Dance. The Last Dance is an incredible 10-part documentary series about the one and only, the GOAT of all GOATs, Michael Jordan. I can't begin to describe how much Michael Jordan has meant to me. I'm gonna be vlogging, just kind of telling you some of the updates, some of the things that are like hitting me at my core since I grew up with Michael Jordan, idolizing him, never missing a game on TV, watching the Chicago Bulls win all those NBA championships. So, check it out. Now here in Indiana, we knew what a shooter looked like. You ball players today, you think that you actually know what's up because you have the one and the only Steph Curry. It's because you aren't old enough to watch Reggie Miller, and you need to go look up some highlights of Reggie Miller from Indiana Pacers because he was incredible. You guys gotta see this. Watch this dance. This is crazy, watch this dance. Like, somebody go make a TikTok. I know you're excited, but like, what is your dance when you, what the heck? Game 4 of the Eastern Conference Finals, 2.9 seconds. This is one of the craziest games that the Indiana Pacers fans have ever experienced. And again, I will never forget this moment. As a Bulls fan, just, this is crazy. Like, I know what happens and I'm sitting here with jitters. You ever do that? Woo! Reggie Miller makes it. Steph Curry's got nothing on Reggie. Woo! MJ, Chicago Bulls. We're about an hour and 20 minutes ago, and I need some coffee. It doesn't matter that it's 10 o'clock at night. Here's the rig. Here's some of the stuff. So the hardest part about this, when it comes to making coffee, is waiting for it. And now I just gotta let it bloom. We're in the bloom phase, which lasts about 40 seconds. And the smell is just filling this house. Do you have anything in your life, like in the past, where like it just wants to bring you to tears? Seeing Michael Jordan talk, seeing Michael Jordan play, just the flashbacks that freaking cross my mind. Oh, it's gonna be a good cup of coffee. If you didn't know, Michael Jordan had several major rivalries while he was with the Chicago Bulls throughout the 90s, like the Pistons in the early 90s, and then who's the organization which he dethroned. But then he has other ones. He has like Patrick Ewing and the New York Knicks. And so I thought, I might as well use one of my favorite mugs. New York, this is how you win. You get a great cup of Joe and you drink down your sorrows. Okay guys, first episode done. I don't know about you guys, but I get like the munchies when I'm nervous, and I just gotta figure out what I'm gonna eat. We're not doing this whole quarantine grocery shopping life very well, as you can tell. You know what this calls for? What this calls for? You know what it calls for? It calls for brownies! I literally put the whole egg in there, because I'm freaking smart. Now you know, I ain't about to be missing any of this. Okay, here we are. Last episode is beginning. That means I am 60 minutes or less away from emotional mental breakdown. I have lived so much of my life waiting for this moment. They've been talking about this documentary for so long. Only one more hour. And I don't know what I'm gonna do after today. Like, the quarantine needs to end now. We did a song for views that said pizza time. No. We got it wrong. It's totally brownie time. There it is. So here we go. I just wasted precious brownies. We're into the fourth quarter of the final game in 1998 against the Utah Jazz in Game 6. This is it. They're down by 5. They're coming up to the point of the shot. This is the shot I will never forget the spot where I was sitting on the floor. My twin was right next to me. It's intense. This is what I would have done. That's And if you wonder what it's gonna be like when we come back to merge and fuse, it's gonna be a freaking party, just like it was when Michael Jordan won number 6, baby! Okay, guys, it just ended, and I have to admit that I am an emotional wreck. Like, it's crazy to think that it was 12 years ago that this all happened, and yet all the memories just flood back, and I'm just a fan. I was just a kid. I mean, MJ meant so much to me, and I think that I'm sure all of us have somebody in our lives, if you don't yet, you will in the future, that just means everything to you. I just think about what Michael Jordan means to me, and I'm sure there is somebody in your life that has meant that much to you. For me, my parents have been, and I hope that they get to watch this, my parents have meant the world to me. My dad has always been my hero. I pray that each of us, if you go watch The Last Dance, I hope this is what you get. What it's called The Last Dance because of the legacy that has lasted all of these years. And I want my legacy to be the same. And it's my destiny. My destiny, as Pastor Dave Rod says all the time, it's not about how much I'm revered or how much I'm remembered. You seniors out there, I hope that you're not just like think about your senior year and go, wow, think of all the things that we did or sadly the things that we've lost. And many of you may not remember me in 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, a year from now. But if there's anything that I hope people know me by, is this how much I love Jesus, how much I love people, and how much that I would fight to the end. I think Michael Jordan isn't just known because of his 6 NBA championships. He's not just known for do it like Mike, as we learned in the 1992. Michael Jordan is known as a guy who never gave up. He was a guy that, yes, in some ways bullied people, his teammates, but he did it because he believed in them, and he would push them and he would stretch them, and that inspires me. And I hope that I can just do something like that for you too. You need to live a life that inspires somebody else. Seniors, live a life that is going to inspire somebody to excellence, that's going to get them to believe in themselves in a way they would have never done without your inspiration. I got this beautiful lady right here, Sarah. She is currently making a YouTube video for us. Marry someone that inspires you. Marry someone that makes you want to be not just a better Christian, but a better person entirely. It's not about the accolades. It's not about the rings. It's not about the championships. It's not about all the long list of successes. It's literally all about how much do you know the love of Jesus Christ in your life. Like, the thing about this Last Dance, it's inspiring me to remember Jesus loves me. And Jeremy, you take the passion and the example that Michael Jordan gave you as a child that inspired you, and every single day inspires me. I've said this to some of you, like when I'm doing really bad emotionally, or like the series I just talked about managing that voice in your head. When my voice in my head takes over me, I go watch a Michael Jordan video because it re-inspires me. But I pray that even in my own life, that what I learned from The Last Dance is that I need Jesus Christ. I can't rely on anything else. Jesus will always be there for you. No matter what, through the thick and the thin, high school graduates, when you get to college, I promise you, you're gonna find all these reasons to not want Jesus. You're gonna be tempted with all these things that are gonna tell you that Jesus isn't worth it. Yes, he is. Jesus is worth it. If you can learn anything from Michael Jordan, if you can learn anything from The Last Dance, which is probably not what Michael Jordan can teach you, but this is what you can learn. Allow your inspiration to change the world, to heal the broken places. The last dance that you need to be remembered for, the last dance I want to be remembered for, is that I danced with Jesus. That Jesus was able to say, the moment I see him in glory, the moment I see him in heaven, that Jesus is able to say to me, Jeremy, good and faithful servant. I pray that that's my last dance. Jesus on the cross, that's his last dance. He's got all the accolades in the world. He's got all the fame and actually in this moment, his intimacy. And he says, I will be done on earth as it is in heaven. And then he breathes his last breath saying, it is finished. The last dance, may our last dance be Jesus.